Vikram Sarabhai, the father of the Indian space program and the founder of the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, born on 12th August 1919 in Ahmedabad in Gujarat, India, died on 30th December 1971 in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Vikram Sarabhai said, "Failures will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough." Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was an Indian physicist and astronomer who initiated space research and helped develop nuclear power in India. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1966 and the Padma Vibhushan posthumously in 1972. He is internationally regarded as the father of the Indian space program. Vikram Sarabhai lived a busy life, often flying to multiple cities in a day and multiple countries in a week, holding meetings with scientists, government officials, and the biggest names in the respective domains. The aim of institution building, which should eventually lead to India's progress in space technology, among other fields. The ISRO founder who lived an extremely active lifestyle, died a mysterious death at the age of 52 during his overnight stay at a hotel in Kerala's capital Thiruvananthapuram, where he stayed regularly during visits. Vikram Sarabhai said, "Failures will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough." Failures. For such people, failures will never be in the dictionary. If at all it overtakes, first of all, they will not allow to overtake because they worked very, very hard. Failures can never overtake you if you worked very, very hard. You do not have to work very, very hard. It is a way of life. It is your system. It is your culture which makes you very, very strong. You have been given a powerful body. And if you have a particular fixed routine of time to practice your samskriti, your culture, that alone is your power. Nobody in the whole world can ever touch you. The problem is your timing has changed, your timing has broken. The early bird catches the best prey. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and rise. And Vikram Sarabhai made sure that he wakes up exact time in the morning, goes for a swim. His time is very, very important. People who cannot keep the time, they are a waste for the society, he believes, and he makes sure the time is very important for any progress. And I believe if the Samskriti early morning 4:30 you get up, 5 o'clock you do your yoga, that is the Indian Samskriti, and as followed by your Indian dance, your Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam, Kuchipudi, and your songs which you practice, your Carnatic music, Hindustani music, and walk to your garden, enjoy your garden. People who rush up to the kitchen have to go to the kitchen, go to the gardening, go to your gardening. That completes the first stage of your foundation. Then you go any part of the world, any part, till evening you go anywhere. It's done. At night when you come back, make sure before your bed, you do your meditation for 10 minutes. By nostril blowout, Anuloma Viloma, meditate, drink half glass of hot water. You are very healthy. When that is not there, failures always follows you. It follows you. It not only follows, it overtakes you. Failures are like a demon, like a devil. It's like a disease. And your easiness is dislocated, becomes disease. You allowed that. You did allow that. Because only one thing, the deep intimate relationship with your wife, with your children, deep intimate relationship with your father and mother, with grandfather, grandmother, which your religion, with your caste, with your culture has got dislocated. Now you have to just stitch it back. You know how to stitch it back. It's easy to stitch it back. You're very good at stitching back. The oldest people in America, they were celebrating their 65th wedding anniversary, and the whole American television, everybody rushed up to find out how good the husband and wife stay together. Everybody breaks bomb on the same day or same night within 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, and they stayed together. And they asked the old lady, "Madam, how is that possible that you stayed together?" And she said, No, whenever our dresses get torn, I stitch it back. If anything breaks, we just paste it back. Nowadays, children, the smallest thing they tear, they throw it out and buy a new one. That means they throw it out and divorce and marry another one. We stitch back. That was a strength. That was not a failure. Stitching was not a failure. Dressing and stitching and wearing a dress is not a failure. Mother Teresa used to have the same dress. She must have stitched around 32 times, 32 stitches all around her dresses. She could have bought 1,000, but she made sure if she can practice this one, she can practice the mind that everything has to be stitched back to the foundation. Failures will never overtake me. He said no. He was determined to make sure it was a new thing after we got independence, hardly a decade, and he was fighting to create that. He knows today, tomorrow India needs it because such a huge big country with a huge amount of people suffering, and we were slaves for more than 1,000 years. And how to bring everybody together? A research, search back, go back and search your roots. He knew it, and that was the scientific field. And I am telling you, go back to your family, your spiritual field. He did the research. He founded it. He stabilized it up. Vikram Sarabhai, failures will never overtake me. Yes, when you have practiced, nobody can overtake you. Nobody can even find out. You do not have to go and ask anybody, how was my acting? Before you go to the stage, practice 1,000 times. Goes the saying. And we have been taught to just get a start is 1,000 times of practice. To understand 10,000 times you have to practice. To master the technique 100,000 times. To own the technique 500,000 times. When you own the technique, it strikes without thinking, answer flows without thinking. That was where is the failure? Who can overtake? Which demon can overtake? When we were in the school, we were running, long distance running. Long distance running is 800 meters, 1,500 meters, 3,000 meters, 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters. And for that huge amount of crowd, because the run is starting inside, everybody can run slowly. But in the sprint of 50 meters, 100 meters, everybody boom, they go. There you have less boys running. So we go for the long distance running because we already practiced, because we were footballers. And for football, I was a defender, and I have to get a lot of stamina and get power. So long distance running helps. So we all practiced long distance running. Every day we were running and practicing. So when we went to the school day sports meet, we found a huge amount of boys. We looked at around and we knew all these monkeys had never practiced. But why did they join? They thought, long distance, nobody will watch. Slow running. So the moment the gun goes, everybody, all the boys runs very fast. And we a small group will hold on back. We run slowly. We run. And then halfway through, we see all the boys who run, gasping for breath. We know our strength. So we do not have to worry whether somebody is overtaken. The failures have overtaken us. The devil has overtaken us. The people who have not practiced have overtaken us. We know that. We look at them. We can observe. You are a master. You can observe. You look at his body is weak because he's got a big belly. One punch on his stomach, you can beat him. Not his motion. The big beard is not very important. Huge big man, don't get frightened because his legs will be weak. Boom, hit him on the leg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on the same place again and again. You can pull down big mountain down. So where is the failure? If you can find out, observe the weakness. So we observe the weakness, we run. And halfway through, towards the end, only we are there. But we take the first, second, and third because we know to keep up the stamina, because this round is many. Vikram Sarabhai found the failures will never overtake me. It will never overtake, because his determination. He knows the moment you forget to get up in the morning, if the time is 5, is 5. If he has to go for a swim, he swim. And if your time, if your Samskriti has to be strong, you make sure you get up morning 4:30 before the sun rise. You are done, your nostril blow out, you have taken 5 glasses of water in the morning, flushed it out, yes. And you did eye exercise, you did Anuloma Viloma, you did a meditation, then you go for the yoga, Raj Yoga, you did all your asanas, and then those are doing your dance, do your dance practice, those are doing karate practice, those are doing singing, Carnatic music, Hindustani music. Make sure. But do not forget the martial art. When you do it, there is no failure at all. Failure will never be in your dictionary. Failures will never overtake me. He believed. Because he said, if my determination to succeed is so strong enough, so strong only in the mind, you do not have to carry a nuclear weapon, you do not have to carry bodyguards. Just a determination of mind. Nobody can pull it out. Same on your studies. If your determination is strong, make sure your studies exactly the time. You will read 100 pages a day or 1000 pages a day. You will become a fast reader. And you start observing. You start listening for what? The focus is strong. In very first shot you will get through. Gideon Funam said, no, try again. No. At last you succeed. Was an English version. For the master's language, it is a slave language. You should not take that. Do not take, try again. At the very first attempt, you will get through. You must get through. If you practice, it comes only from your determination or keeping up the time. Today is Vikram Sarabhai's 101st birth anniversary. It is very wonderful to understand that he came from a very rich, powerful family, and still he forgot his richness. His richness was his determination to teach the India the joint family system. He created the family tree. Only on that one Samskriti he understood. If he can create the scientific field, I am asking you to create that joint family system, the family tree. That your determination will always succeed powerfully. Then there won't be any diseases in this country. There won't be any poverty. Together we can wipe out more tears and bring down hunger. Vikram Sarabhai said, failures will never overtake me. If my determination to succeed is strong enough, this is my 131st shot.